2009 Election Commission quickly. We have Emily Carson's right there. We have Emily DeCenzo. We have Jackie Heredia. We have Liz Johnson, our timer in the back. And the boys could not be with us tonight, Adnan Hussein, Danny Rooney, and Matt Freund. I would now like to introduce our panelists who have graciously taken time out of their evening schedules to be with us tonight. Scott Smith, Dean of Students and SGA Moderator. David Young, the Operations Manager and SGA Advisor. Susan Canal, the Director of Learning and Living Programs. And Adam Tamburn, the Editor-in-Chief of the University News. Before the debates began, we had
what started off as a debate between competing views of the future of SGA and SLU quickly turned to controversy Tuesday night.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I would like to thank Mr. Maley being a dishonest person and stealing my idea of transparency and open on challenging on that one. Thank you.
Amy Wong, candidate for financial vice president for Brian Hackworth's Remedy ticket, in her opening statements accused Robert Maley of the Next Step ticket for being, quote, dishonest and stealing her idea of transparency.
Tonight, I would like to state why I'm here and why it's important to represent the best interests of SLU students. The two values that I would like to push and emphasize most as a finance VP. Accountability for SLU students for how SGA should spend its money collected from student activity fees, and transparency regarding how SGA allocates funds to student organizations.
Maley also unveiled what he thought SGA should represent to student groups.
Mr. Maley, and I would like to start with what I said in my opening statement. I feel that there has been dishonesty and in a way that you still cut some of my competing ideas. I would like to ask, as a candidate for the financial vice president, how can you be a financial vice president who deals with money to be dishonest and has no dignity? Thank you.
Robert, you have 1 minute to answer.
I would like to cite the rest of my executive board and president at our first ticket meeting in the fall before Christmas break, around November time. And we sat down and we discussed our platform points and what we planned on taking on as a ticket. One of my major platform points was transparency in the SGA budget and for the groups. If you'd like to speak with me or with the group about that afterward, that conversation did take place. As a CSO president, I know what it feels like to want a group to be successful. I know what it's like to be passionate about a cause and to want to do anything to bring about that success for the group. That's why the overall theme of my leadership is helping groups obtain the resources they need to be successful.
Rachel Verbote of Remedy and Amanda Mason of the Next Step ticket squared off for Executive VP.
Hi, my name is Amanda Mason, and for me, the Next Step is a more representative and welcoming SGA. I believe in order for SGA to be a truly representative group of the SLU community, it needs to be a more welcoming resource for all students, and I want to be the one that bridges that gap between SGA and CSOs.
Evening, students and attendees. My name is Rachel Verbote, and I'm running for the Executive Vice President. I would like to thank everyone from the Election Commission for hosting this debate and everyone here for their support of either ticket. I am a SLU Billiken, as all of you, and I strive to represent the dignified, helpful, and spiritual ideals that St. Louis University and the Jesuit mission stand for. As Executive Vice President, I will work for the chartered student organizations and student groups of SLU's campus to ensure that their problems are remedied to the best possible extent.
James of Remedy and Thomas Klebeck of the Next Step ticket squared off for Academic VP.
Your Academic Vice President, my ultimate goal is to get you everything possible from your SLU education and to ensure the rest of the world knows the quality of that education so you succeed when you complete it.
My name is Jamie James, and I'm running for the position of Academic Vice President of SGA. As I look out into the crowd before me, I see future doctors, lawyers, businessmen, social workers, and other professionals, but more importantly, I see strong minds. I want to be your Academic Vice President because I want to take the initiative to provide a more problem-free avenue for these great minds to succeed in.
And Eli Norton of Remedy and Andrew Miller of the Next Step for Administrative Vice President.
First, I would like to thank Brian and my fellow Executive Board candidates for their remarks. As Brian said, the Administrative Vice President is the molder of the Senate. But what kind of Senate do I want to mold? My vision for Senate stands for two principles. An SGA that has a restructured student Senate to empower students, and a Senate that is more compassionate to student groups and students that come before it.
As Administrative Vice President, I want to improve the way SGA communicates, and I have a specific plan for how I want to accomplish that goal. First, I want to reform the SGA mailer. I would like to do this in 2 ways. One, limit the number of emails that go out from the SGA account. And second, change the SGA mailer from something that goes out on Sunday to something that goes out on Tuesday, so that students will know what the SGA agenda is before the meeting happens, and they can come voice their opinions if there's something that they care about. The next thing I'd like to do is to work more closely with the UNews, KSLU, and SLU TV to use all the great new technologies that they have to communicate with the student body using more media formats.
SGA elections will be held on Monday. Kareem Johnson, SLU News 22.